Hello, I'm David Cunningham, and today I'm going to take you through my process for creating a satin finish varnish on an oil painting. So I'm going to walk you through the steps. Thanks for coming along with me. Here are all the supplies that I'll be using today. I have 2 quarts of this UVS finish varnish. One is the gloss and the other one is the matte varnish. These products are available online. If you do a Google search, you can find these and order them. As far as I know, they are not available at any art supply store. You can have a matte varnish or just a gloss varnish, but I like the satin varnish. I mix the two together. This is a metal container. I think this is actually, I got this at a truck stop. I use this to mix my varnish in, and of course we have a painting, a black painting that definitely needs some varnish on it. I have a large brush to remove any dust or dirt that's going to be on it, and then this is a new sponge brush. I buy these at the hardware, well, at the dollar store. You can get a whole package of them for $1, and I use these just one time and then throw them away. This over here is the self-hardener. So when you mix the 2 varnishes together, you add a few drops of this and it causes the varnish to set up. So I'm going to mount the video and walk you through the process. Okay, I'm going to shake the varnish well. Open it up. Make sure that your container, whatever you use, you can use any kind of bowl, whatever. Make sure that it is clean. You don't want any debris in there. I'm going to be doing several paintings, so I'm going to put enough in here to do the paintings that I have. That's the matte varnish. You can see how it's cloudy. The gloss. I'm sure you can measure this out specifically if you like. I'll just eyeball it. About 50-50. And then I'm going to take a few drops of this self-hardener. Oh man, look at that. A little dirt in there. If you forget this, your varnish is not going to set up. And I just mix these up. Okay, I'm going to set this aside. Let's talk about the painting. Of course, your painting needs to be fully dry, and depending on how thickly you paint and what medium you use, and actually what pigments, that will change the time that is required for that to get dry. I am just using this soft bristle brush to just brush off any lint or dust or dirt that may have settled on the painting. You can use a tack cloth. I know that some people use Windex, and that kind of slightly etches the surface. I've done all of those things, but I find that this works well enough. Now you want to make sure that there's not a lot of dust in the air or dirt in the air. Move this over so you guys can see. So applying the varnish itself is not anything particularly tricky. Just try to make sure there's no schmutz. Look at it from an angle. Looks pretty good. If there is some hair or anything else, let me take a small brush and just pick at it, but I think that those are just little spots in the paint surface that's a little bit raised. Yeah. Oh, I see I missed a spot. If you look at it from an angle, a lot of times you can find any mistakes that you make. I'll see if we can see a little closer. There's a couple of little dots. That's just from the raised surface of the painting. Some people sand those really smooth and you can get it like glass. So that's going to set up, usually in about a day. You can put another coat of it on there. And this really protects the painting from dirt or any other problems. Allows you to clean it off. Yeah. Thank you again for checking out my video. Be sure to subscribe and like this video if you found it useful. And check out my other videos as I'll be posting more about tips and strategies for creating great oil paintings and drawings. Thank you again.